a West Country derby at a West Country stronghold where more than 7,000 beautifully attired have gathered for the big dance. This season, Gloucester Hartpury have been the hunted, but they've seemed entirely comfortable beneath that favourites mantle, and they've made the Premiership crown look light as a feather all campaign long. That, I suppose, makes Bears the underdogs, but you try telling that to Saracens already off on their summer holidays after being thwarted in their own backyard a fortnight ago. You can scarcely see for the smoke and the fire and the flare and the excitement ricocheting around Sandy Park, which is in fine fettle indeed. Byrne manages to find Aitchison. This now is Murray. Bonner with a little bit of space, gets one of those fabulous steps away. Still going Bonner. On to Gallagher, carrying like a Trojan up to 5 metres out. That's the Bristol Bears way. Bevan onto Atkin-Davies, who straightens up the guts of Cherry and White's defenders. Now the Bristol fans find themselves in full voice. Now the offload, now the attempt to get the ball down, but held up in his scramble defence from the reigning champions, and it comes up trumps. Bears now attacking as Butchers shoves off the inroads of Hendy. Bouncing ball gathered by Aitchison. We've had the Great Britain team named for the Olympics in the week on the women's side. Aitchison was out in Tokyo plying her trade in the sevens game, but she loves the 15s format. Oh, and look, the ball's with Gallagher. Out now to Key. George looking to chase back, make the covering tackle. And Bristol Bears are a team who love possession. They rack up the highest face tally of the season so far and finish it with a try in the final on her 50th appearance for Courtney Keats. Carson's carry. Bristol just looking to slow that rock. Ball down, a fabulous pass from Beckett. Offload comes from Lewis onto Hunt. And it's a captain's try when they needed it the most.
Should be sleeping in the background.
Bears get an initial shove that's a bit meatier and a bit more potent, and again the backs come flooding in. Renika Bonner is all by herself on this far touchline. They might not need her. Closer and closer. Down it comes, but is it all the way down? Yes, it is. Well, Bristol Bears have made history already this month, and they are hungry for some more here at Sandy Park. That's their second try. It's Lark Atkin-Davies, of course it is. And they hit the front yet again. Those two unconverted tries, hunting for a third. A woman who knows a thing or two about tries is Bonner. Hendy had hold of her hair there. They might well come back to look at that one, but she got the job done, and Bears now on the cusp of the 22, and with so many numbers in the midfield. Bosserman heading hard, gets the ball away to Atkin-Davies. A desperate tackle being made there. Had to be, but they're 10 metres out, searching for a third score in their first ever Premiership final. Pirouette, pop-up from Smith to Keats. Flirting with the touchline, flirting with danger. Nothing flirtatious about that from Byrne. That was direct.
No, let go!
Blades of Devonshire grass, the difference now, as Bristol hunt for another score as half-time looms large at Sandy Park. Gloucester Hartpury told to get mitts off it. The heavies lining up, desperate to get hands on the ball. Bosserman, who scored in a final back in 2018 and scores again in one in 2024. There is a coup brewing in the West Country. Bristol Bears fancy tearing up the form book and dethroning the Cherry and White. Their third score. Hunt has got Lewis to her left. She's also got Williams, and it's Williams that she finds. Two Welsh warriors in tandem. Now Perry, 5 metres out. They need to make the right decisions this time. They need to make this count. Singh, this time finds Hendy. And the reigning champions pry themselves off the canvas to land a mammoth blow in this final. George puts a spiral into wide open territory, and this time Smith makes no mistake. Head up, thinks that running is the correct option. It won't have felt it as she hurtles over the top of that tackle. Tatiana Hurd with the shot, and then the celebration after the breakdown goes the way of the champs. Co-captain to co-captain, Hunt onto Aldcroft, and so quickly rummaging for that and allowing Lewis to do what she can through contact. Now Singh with the ball, charging over the whitewash and getting it down, and Gloucester Hartpury are leading once more in this enthralling Premiership final. Momentum is queen in this game, and one of the queens of Queensholm sets off quickly. Hunt finds Lewis, finds Aldcroft. Some of the handling from Sean Lynn's side has been divine. They're 10 metres out. Feet on the throat of Bristol Bears here. Could this be the moment? Right before the posts. Zoe Aldcroft getting married on Friday next week. What a way this would be to set the tone. What a way this would be to set the tone. Well, they weren't down on the ropes, they weren't down on the canvas, but Gloucester Hartpury were down on the scoreboard, and they have prized themselves off it and dealt a body blow to a Bristol Bears side who were so full of confidence. Aldcroft leading from the front, as she always does, and now the switch from George onto Tatiana Hurd, who accelerated as though fired from a cannon. Now Singh, she's got Keat for company, she's got Butchers for company, but she's still going. Emma Singh, a woman possessed at Sandy Park for the last half an hour. Tackle! Young Georgia Brock making some hay and ducking low. All 6 foot of her is our bride-to-be Aldcroft. Hunt finding Muir, who just bats off a bear inside 5 metres now. Back the other way they go. It's a tricky bouncing ball for Vedder. Fingertip stuff. Hannah Jones. The tide has turned, and it's a cherry and white tsunami crashing on the shores here in Exeter. Well, they've not scored since the 38th minute, Bristol Bears. They have been stymied something rotten in this second half. But how about the offload? How about the second offload? Here now is Lovibond reaching, stretching, scoring. Apart from a brilliant strike move from Bristol Bears in the second half, they have looked every inch the queens of Queensholm in this second half, and again they draw the penalty. Emma Singh, who has been prolific and pinpoint and professional in parking a couple of moments early on in the game that weren't quite befitting of a playmaker of her calibre, but that, another beautiful nudge from the Gloucester Hartpury fullback. To back, Gloucester Hartpury prove emphatically that they are the dominant force in the women's club game. They have defended their title. They have been made to work to defend their title, beating every team in the country in the process, and withstanding an almighty performance from first-time finalists Bristol Bears today. Bears will be heartbroken as they embrace one another out in the Sandy Park sunshine. The trophy was within their clutches, but then snatched away by Sean Lynn's women, who sit atop the rugby world. They are so magnificent in full flight, Gloucester Hartpury. What a second half performance.
I'd just like to say first off, unbelievable match. Thank you to Bristol. They were outstanding today, especially first half, put their pedal to the metal and really put us up against it. But I just can't tell you how proud I am of the girls. Like, we talked about having that resilience and that grit, and I think we showed that second half, and we couldn't get the ball first half. So, and then second half, Claykie kicked us into the right areas. We stuck to our guns and it paid off. I'm just buzzing.
Days like today are what it is all about. Days like these, moments like these, teams like this one. Back to back and done in style. In a remarkable second half, the hunted became the hunters. Gloucester Hartpury, the circus, are your 2024 Premiership champions.